Hello and welcome back to Bricking It. We're building the library this week. As ever, I've already got the floor prepared, plenty of studs on this one. So we've got lots of things to cram into this unit. Sticking with the usual 8x16 studs. There's some free studs at the side there to build our walls up. I'm going to start at the back. We need a pinhole because it's going to attach to Transfiguration. It's actually almost going to be built into the Transfiguration classroom as they live next to each other. Use some palisade bricks along the back. You see we're just kicking two of them out at right angles just to create a small reading desk. Plate across the top to help secure those. And a tile for the little desk. Then we can start working on our main bookshelf. So similar sort of method. Using those palisade bricks to form the substructure. Put plate across the top here. This is going to be another reading table in front of the bookshelf, just supported on one of those detail pieces. Going to use one of these half round tiles to define the edge of the desk. Now underneath each of the bookshelves we need a tile. So I'll put this one in the wrong place in a moment, but where those three tiles are going to show you where the three bookshelves are, and they're going to be secured using this piece. I grabbed a load of these on the pad ball and have completely failed to use them in any situation, but seeing as I now have to build in three directions, all from a central starting point, it actually gets a chance to shine. So we're going to start with this front bookcase, and 4 studs long equals 10 tiles on their end. So here's a collection of 10 tiles, got a couple of rail plates in there, as well as nice colourful tiles. Similar sort of thing for the first of our back wall bookshelves. Now I needed a stud on top to attach that next shelf, and I decided to add some studs onto the front as well, so that we can attach one of these brown ingots. See, the grey there needs to match the plate underneath it, not the ingot that's on top, just so they blend into the book covers on the shelf. That's our first shorter shelf. This time we're covering 6 tiles, so that's going to be 15 plates, and again we've gone with these snot bricks just to give us a bit more variety in our display and to allow us to attach onto the top. Now you see these are actually forming the back wall of the build. Now as I build up the next layer of the bookcase, if you were building this for yourself, you might want to actually put a wall on the back of the build, because these bookshelves can flap around. Mine's always displayed against the wall, so there's nowhere for them to go behind, and you're not really able to wobble them forward into the build, so it's not an issue. Here we go. This time, instead of regular snot bricks, we're using headlamps, and again they match the tile underneath them, so we just get a slightly thicker looking book spine to add to our second shelf full of books. This is all just a repeat of the previous layer. I've got one of these books sticking out a bit further, possibly being reached down by a student by use of magic. And for this one, some of our plates are going to actually be replaced with bricks using the stickers from the house banners sets. I'm going to create almost all of a set of the Hogwarts Moments books up on the shelf, and that creates quite a nice pair of colourful nooks there for our books to be displayed. So no matter what viewing angle you get on this module, you're going to see plenty of colourful book covers. Finish off the top of the bookshelf here, and I've just noticed that jumper plate is damaged. Luckily I'm going to cover it up with a frog, just as a little bit of detail on top. So there's our library starting to take shape. I'm going to fill up the end just above the reading desk with a nice tall window, just like on the movie set. That'll be framed in, and here you can really see that those bookshelves are part of the wall. The end wall is just a simple arch, And the other end, got plenty of tiles here, because this is going to be a restricted section. We're going to bridge the gap with just these couple of telescope pieces with a chain connecting them and a jewel in the top for a bit of interest. And they are just going to hop on here, and that's going to be a fenced off restricted section of the library. So again, you still get to see all the details. Gives you another part. I get to add my favourite little Harry Potter detail. Harry under the invisibility cloak with his lantern. I saw that on Instagram and I thought I'd got to put that in my into my Hogwarts. Wish I could remember the person whose account I saw it on. They deserve all the credit for that. I just think it's a really nice little detail to add to the library. So as well as the students, going to be adding in another reading table. Got one of these tap pieces to make a little lamp. And if you're keeping track, that lamp is one of my glow-in-the-dark pieces. I do like there to be a glow-in-the-dark piece in, well, ideally every module, but I'm not there yet. Another student in there. And that just leaves Madam Pince. And those are going to be the figures that populate my library on an ongoing basis. And of course they can be changed out if we're displaying other scenes. We need to finish the tops of these bookshelves. As there's no studs to attach to, they're going to be attached to the brick above. And we'll slot into the rest of our wall. Just to give a bit of finishing detail at the top. Now it's simply a case of filling up the gaps. You may notice something peculiar about the library in that it only has one wall. So if I try and put on this front piece here, obviously there's no support for it. So we have to call on a friend to lean on. So here's last week's transfiguration. I'm going to pin those together at the back, and the wall of the transfiguration classroom has got this support piece prepared. It's going to hold up the front of the library. And there we go. So that's our library finished. Supported by Transfiguration. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave us a like. And if you'd like to see more Hogwarts interior mock builds, then please subscribe to Bricking It. Bye bye.